Sorry guys, got caught in a freestyle. I'm over here freestyling for no fucking reason. My bad. This is a good beat, man. I made this beat for my little sister. She had like a school project or something. She was like, can you make me a beat for my project? And I was like, all right, fuck it. When I was cooking beats, man, I hope to get back to cooking beats, bro. Like, for real. I don't even have time for that shit, though. My mind is so focused on cryptocurrency. Like, you're not actually allowed to, like, have multiple lives. You can live many lives, but having multiple lives at the same damn time? You know how expensive that is? That's why when I meet a motherfucker that got multiple girlfriends, I'm like, damn, sounds expensive, my bro. No offense to the bros. Run it how you want to run it. Just know crypto bruh saying, wow, nigga, you got it. You must got it. Cause I can't juggle it all. Being a DJ, that's why it's like, yo, being a DJ and a producer, you could do both. But the thing is one is gonna make more than the other. But having both of them together, you know, that's the oscillation, and that's the dream. The dream is to be making money off the music and the performances, right? So yeah, man, that's how it goes. Maybe we'll start making music again. Maybe. You feel me? What up, Lita? Thanks for modding the chat. What up, Javier? Thanks for hanging out. What up, Arc? Still rules. Zen is a new Bitcoin. I like that. A new Bitcoin. We'll hold this until 2028, next bull run, because I have big dreams to fulfill. That's awesome, Arc. If you can really tap into Zen, you might not have to hold it till 2028. But that's on you. That is 100% on you. So, this your boy, Crypto Bruh, aka More World Pizza DJ / producer. Today is May 21st, Wednesday, 2025. And I'm still not giving a fuck about any other cryptocurrency. Like, on God. If it's a meme, like, yeah, memes are funny. But if it's supposed to be like serious, like, yeah, I'm done with all the serious coins. Most serious coin you're gonna find in the space is Zen. And I'm actually starting to think it's kind of funny. Like, I was like, yo, let me go look at Zen crypto, like, you know, on YouTube. And then I started to look and I'm like, man, I do pop up. But yo, I got like the lowest views. Crypto Bruh can't break 300 views. So it's funny because like now I'm like, again, like I'm saying, you can't juggle a bunch of stuff, and I don't juggle YouTube. Like, YouTube isn't part of the juggle. I just kind of do it because I have kind of dedicated time to it, I guess. Like, I don't know, like my real world is hella funny because I had a job that kind of allowed me to still YouTube while working. All right, so YouTube, I don't give a fuck about this thing. Like, this is just part of, like I say, it's an olive branch. Like right now, if you're on X, that's an olive branch of my mind share. You know, come over to YouTube. I like the chat. I think that's the lore. And I keep the chat open over here in front of me so I can read it if people have questions. Right? If they're chilling with bruh. But like, to take what I know and apply it to bullshit is like retarded. And that's why I don't talk about other coins. I got other shit to focus on, right? Bitcoin is going dumb. This is what we talk about, or this is how we lead into Zen every single stream. We lean into Zen by saying, this is what Bitcoin and the majors are doing, and this is how it's going to reflect the Zen coin. Now, yesterday was pretty funny in OP Zen because, again, we had someone come and take their $5,000. That's how I'm thinking of it now. Like, people don't understand the big money that's about to come into Zen because they're still candle chasing. And it's going to come in from all different types of angles. Because if you're not paying attention to the motherfucking thing, you're going to think that like bridging is like too hard. And I'm trying to let y'all give y'all hints. That's why, yo, if you're really here at the Crypto Bro channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, maybe become a member, support the channel. But yeah, you're really getting the alpha. Now I'm starting to understand why everybody's like, yo, you're saying too much alpha. It's because I actually can compress it and say it. Like everyone's doing these actions, but it's probably like you don't really realize you're doing it until someone says it to you, right? It's like looking in the mirror at that point. So again, these candles have gotten smaller. The person who tried to wreck a XEN earlier, who took $8,000, so he had an $8,000 sell here and a $5,000 sell here, right? Either they're getting smarter and they're really gonna keep giving us discounts because, you know, there's not a lot of buyers. But the XEN is different. This is the different Zen. This is the one where we could start letting our balls hang out. And I didn't think about that before. Because again, I'm about what is fair crypto, right? That's the title of this video. What is fair crypto? Does it even exist? Is it allowed to exist? Seems like it's not really allowed to exist, right? Like you have to talk about other bullshit, or you have to like fall in line with trend, right? Either you're talking about Satoshis and pumping your bag from, well, I don't even forget what the goddamn low was. Again, I'm in Solana. The Solana thing is mad funny because it's suffering the same thing that Zen suffers. Like Solana should be worth so much more. These niggas got a conference. I'm sorry, I said these niggas, but yeah, they that's what you become when they counting you out. And like everyone counting out Solana, but they really having this event in New York right now, and there's a ton of people in town for Solana. I think that's really dope. Like that's really dope because it's crypto, bro. Crypto's fake. The only thing that's real is Bitcoin. Now Ethereum, again, Ethereum has done all this stuff, but again, I think that was the blueprint. I think Ethereum is a blueprint coin. And it's like how people in the old school keep saying, I think Ethereum is the BlackBerry. So this is the truth. BlackBerry was the blueprint. Apple was the GOAT. I was actually paying attention to, I never paid attention to this, but why does technology and fruit like go hand in hand? Does anybody have an answer for that? If you're out there in the ether, if you're watching this somewhere else, can you let Crypto Bro know what it is about technology and fruits? Is that the meta? Is that the actual meta? Should we name a token after a fruit? But yeah, so Ethereum, again, it is suffering kind of from the blueprint theory, like a BlackBerry, where it has everything but the users. And we know that ETH doesn't have the users. And we know that right now, again, gas is going up on Ethereum. They're talking about it being the upgrade. And the upgrade is going to take time. None of it makes any sense, guys. That doesn't really make sense. Solana upgrades and it's done. Solana just upgraded and all the X1 validators upgraded. And that's kind of why the validator class essentially has been a little, what do you call it? Oh, where my chapstick at? Oh, I need a chapstick. Hold up. Make sure you don't have no chapped ass lips on the other side of the screen. It's not worth it, bro. Get some chapstick and some lotion for your fucking ashy ankles. But yeah, so we got 294 total nodes, 277 block producers. But yeah, I guess they haven't fully upgraded yet. They're on this slow grind. Actually, maybe they are upgraded all the way. Okay, there's a few people who aren't. 26. Looks like everybody's on 27 though. Here's somebody else on 26. Yo, if you don't have if your name is CBoySX1, you need to upgrade your server. I mean, your node. Your shit is outdated. It's gonna suffer. Well, that's why it's down in the ranks when it comes to credits. Or Genius is up here. They got quite a few credits. That's funny. But they're need an update. Web3 Fun might need an update. I'm just showing some people I see 26 on. But that's what I'm saying. Like in X1, it seems like updating is something that happens at a quorum level of nodes, which is typically the team or the foundation or the lab. So the lab will be running test nets with the fucking next version, right? Maybe other people will run it too. Maybe though, that's what's like on my theory of this software is that many people will run newer versions of validator sets that enhance the network. And maybe people even, because this is just abstract, right? But this is the fairness of Zen world. Does fair crypto really exist? I think it does. I think you could think of an idea and front run the market. Actually, this is the quote right here. You want the quote? Leslie Lamport, shout out to you, bro. The best source of problems is when you think of them before the industry has them. That is literally Zen, bro, and Solana, and anything that people count out before it's truly caught traction, right? If your mind can be like, damn, man, this thing is solving everything, right? There's a reason for that. It's beating the industry to the problem. You want to be on that path. You don't want to be on a path of we're right at the edge of problem. You want to be at we're 10 years ahead of that problem. Right? So really cryptoing it's very simple. It's again, it's chasing the trend that makes you retarded. And I don't really believe ETH anymore. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Their upgrade takes mad months. Since when, bro? I thought you just push a button. It's just computers, just software. But now the gas is high because everybody's moving around. Like, to me, it sounds like everyone's moving around to layer 2s, right? Base chain gas been up for weeks. Now, what in the fuck? This is just backwards. Like the upgrade made base more expensive, which is great for Zen minters because it's like, yeah, it's more expensive to use base. You really have to calibrate your mints to catch the best times, right? Which is usually when the sun is down on, in America. If the sun's down in America, mint Zen. That's essentially the whole plan here. The other side of the world has no clue about Zen, and America is just online already. So it's harder to make Zen when America is up. But yeah, when the world catches on and these motherfuckers stop hating on Zen, then you're gonna see a turn of events. But yeah, the base thing, I'm still super bullish on base because yeah, the gas is going up over there, and it's correlating with Ethereum, which has a month plan on high gas. So yeah, we're gonna run into some sort of bottleneck eventually with gas, with minting and Zen. If you don't know about that, you should go learn about how to mint Zen. But this is why I'm enjoying optimism, because optimism is steady as she goes, basically. Optimism, you don't really have anything affecting the chain. Now, gas does go up. It does become a bid war. But everyone is typically bidding at these lower levels because they don't have any top users. I guess, fuck. How do you say this? How do you say this without sounding fucking weird? So like on base chain, they have active users. Optimism has utility users. And like, oh yeah, here's another way to think of it. Like base chain has real people at the base level of the crypto world. So they have the meme coins, right? You go over here, last 24 hours, 1.5 billion dollars worth of 24-hour volume. You know, again, Base's number one competitor is SVM. It's Solana. So they're gonna have to compete with Solana. And that's just the narrative for Base. Like, I don't think they'll ever break out of it. The next narrative for Base is Coinbase moving in. And that's bullish for Base. It shouldn't be, because crypto is supposed to be about sovereignty, immutable code. But I can see what's going to happen here. All right. That's the only other move they're going to make. They're going to move community from Base, or from Coinbase, into Base. They're going to like weave it in, and they're going to massage this theory that you should develop for their software. And it's up to you if you want to do it. There's going to be tons of money floating around in Base, right? Well, for a developer, for someone who knows how to actively make things, Base is going to be a really good place to be a dev. They're going to be throwing users and grants to get a hit over there, right? Because their number one competitor is Solana, and soon X1 will come out, and Base will have to make a decision, I think, on XEN. Do you allow XEN to just rule your chain for 8 years? Or do you shut it down? And what I mean by shut it down, it's you allude to the concept that it's taking up too much block space, too much like hard drive, and you allude to the ideology that you have to purge it. But it's not that you have to purge the ERC20. You have to purge the claim. So that's kind of why I'm like, oh, like, or at least if it got to council or some bullshit like that, where it's like, we have to talk to Base about this situation because they are feeling intruded. That's kind of how I would allude to it. Like, yo, y'all feel intruded? Like, it's just blockchain, bro. Like, it's just, if you don't understand blockchain, like, you gave it permissionless to everybody. You said, we don't care how you use it. Now to censor it, but then it'd be like, all right, whatever, you know. But it'd be after X1 chain, after the boom, after the money should be made type shit. You know, the people who come later, they're going to be the ones that really create bloat. There's not a lot of us right now. So the bloat is just because of the speculation, and speculation is dying quickly. Like I said, bro, this is your boy Crypto Bro. Nobody's here anymore. We're chilling now. Purged Wednesday, 10:45. Maybe I'm catching them off guard. Maybe they're not awake yet. But at the same time, I'm like, nah, no one can understand this. And I'm not going to stop talking at a high level. I'm going to let retards be idiots at this point. I'm going to let retards be idiots because it plays to my advantage. And again, that's the crazy part about XEN. Is fair crypto real? No. But what is fair is your singular experience. Now, in any game, you have one-player games. I used to never really be a one-player person. That's why I'm being introduced to the singular individual philosophy. Like, I grew up with like 3 sisters. There was like 6 people in my house all the time. So I'm just 15 years deep, I guess, or whatever. Not 15 years, actually. Less than that. 14. Yeah, maybe 14, 13 years deep in like this idea that I don't live like with tons of people. So yeah, like, I get it. Maybe you didn't have anyone around, so you want like the singular thing or the group thing. It's weird. Like, I just realized that's a whole thing. And I mean, also, like, yeah, if you grew up with no one, like not even cousins, like, you're even more RPG ready, role player game mindset. So that's kind of how I see XEN as well now. XEN is really a RPG style cryptocurrency. Every crypto kind of wish it could fit into this particular topic or this category. Essentially, it is a topic though. No one's talking about it, but I think it's a really good topic to talk about in crypto, about how you can't actually be in some cryptos without a community. Like, you need a community to have it become successful, or you can launch your own, right? That's why we have Pump Fund and token factories now, because if you can't find a community, fuck them, make your own. But even that is kind of questionable in its sense, because what are you doing, bro? You're just making another shitcoin, right? That's the whole ideology. No one's gonna back your shitcoin unless you're doing some backdoor deals to get your shit going to the north side, right? So again, Zen kind of fits into this weird model of fairness where everybody can obtain the blockchain. It's permissionless, it's immutable, everybody can get to it. All you need to do is put some gas towards it. That's it. RPG. You can play the game by yourself. After you get the fucking coins, you can stake them, right? You could do whatever you want. It's gonna be 8. I mean, we're 2 years in, so you got 5. You got my bad. You got 6 years to understand what's going on here. You don't need to understand right now. Now on OP Zen, it's a little different. And that's why, CB Zen also plays a really big comprehension here, because CB Zen is what everybody wants, but it's just somewhere that they don't want to be. It's amazing. And these motherfuckers are going to force you in. That's why I'm over there now, chilling in my CB Zen, got my mints, got my stakes, waiting, just sitting, just RPG, just like, oh yeah. And there's some part of this level where hella motherfuckers show up, and then I got to figure out how to finesse around them. But one thing is for sure, I'm going to have my farm before they show up, and they have to obtain farm, because that's how the tokenomics work. You can't have, it's like CB Zen is like a Dollar General or like a dollar store. Like, whenever you could go to Whole Foods and there is no one at the, I guess depending on what Whole Foods you go to, but most Whole Foods you go to, you just walk to the checkout, check the fuck out. Go walk into a dollar store in America, bro. You will never just walk into a dollar store and walk out. There will always be a queue. And that comes along with affordability. So you can't discount the queue that's about to show up in CB Zen. It's going to be huge because it's discounted. Like, oh, I could just take my ETH to base and make Zen and still have the fair crypto. So yeah, they're allowing us to steal the block space until they tell us that it's bad. And the thing is you can't make it fast enough. Like, even if you try to pack the blocks, it's only going to disrupt the chain fatter. And that's why only so many people know how to do it. They're not going to tell other people. Shit. Actually, I have something sick as fuck I'm cooking right now. I'll show you guys. Oops. Is this it? My shit's just loading up real quick. It's loading. History restored. Wow. Insane. But we'll just start with a new one. Damn, is this gonna do it? Oh, nice. Oh, wait, no. Darn it. Bro, how do I launch? Why did it launch like that? Let's try this again. It's gonna happen with my terminal. Let me see. But yeah, like, we're gonna move into this next world where people like myself, it's gonna allow people to come play the game with me. Because it only works to my advantage. Like, I need you to play the game. Like, if you don't play the game, then it's no fun. And that's the beauty of Zen. Zen invites the game masters essentially to invite others via their own skill set. What's going on here? What the fuck? Cancel. Council, bro. So yeah, but like, yeah, based on your skill set, you can invite others to play with you, essentially. And you can make your own little mini games, your own little mini games inside this giant game called Zen. And yeah, if people feel like you're building well, maybe they'll stick around to see like how your builds go. I think of it as like comic books. Like you're gonna start with one, and then you're gonna have another issue. Then maybe you'll have some spin-offs, some extra characters, and things like that. And eventually, you'll have all these different things where you're like, "Whoa, I just, you know." Like that's why I liked what Tree's built. Like Tree's really been building in his own rhythm, and like you can kind of see everything like leading up to the X burn, and it's so smart of him. I like stole some of the sauce from him. I had to, right? I had to, which is he was so smart by taking burnzen.com, because that's the most simple way for people to ever burn Zen besides zenburn.com, right? But somebody already bought that. So I went ahead and purchased mintzen.com, and I'm going to launch a batch minter essentially. And I think it's really cool that we can do these type of things because it's our world to control. So I'm still cooking it up right now, but I'll give you a little sneak peek. Solana network has so much downtime. To say Solana is ahead is a bit of stretch. Ash, that is not true. Ash, Solana does not have downtime. Solana hasn't been down in a year. And Solana and downtime is better than latency. If you think about it, you want downtime. You'd rather die than be tortured, right? It's like on that type of level of crypto. If you don't understand it on that level, then that's like, it's facts. It's like, oh yeah, you don't understand like what's really going on here. But it's been 262 days. So when Solana goes down, it's because of their consensus, and they have to wait to fork the chain to bring back consensus. But like base chain, for instance, and Ethereum, they're starting to index transactions where they're putting them to the side and not keeping it within the chain to basically never go down. Like that shit is unrealistic. Like you have to turn off sometimes. If you get too bottled up, you're gonna turn off. That's the most realistic latency ever. But yeah, I can understand like if you're in, you know, not to say you are Ash, but I'm just saying that is a very surface level vision of the crypto space, to not understand how the node sets work, that they cramp. That's why people like Bitcoin, right? People like Bitcoin because it's so simple. Like, oh, 21 million, like fuck Bitcoin, bro. Like Bitcoin's trash, dude. Everyone doesn't understand crypto, bro. This shit is the most monetized version of it. It's all it is. Buy some, hold some, trade it. I don't fucking know. But Zen, that's why I'm like, yo, Zen is gonna wake everybody's ass up. Like, I learned that though from being so close to the kernel. Essentially, you want to go down. You don't want late indexing. Because late indexing means that someone can jump in and really steal, and then what, right? You're just gonna patch it with some money, like it's not computer. That's not computer. Like crypto is computer, dog. This is real computer shit. And man, I'm getting really passionate now because it's funny, like how computer Zen is, but everybody wants it to be a price. It's like, nah, bro, it's never going to be that. It's never going to be a price. You're going to want it to be a price, but it's always going to be computer, and it's going to outsmart you forever. And look at, everyone doesn't even understand OP Zen. Like this is where the rally is going to start. They're actually going to miss it because they're going to be holding on to the real Zen. It's going to be so poetic. And then they're going to run over here And then, like I'm saying, it's going to be a dollar store effect. Well, where can I get it cheap? Idiots. Present and fit and full of duty. Oh, and fit and full for duty. That's right. That's how I guess it should be. What's up, Orlando? Sorry, man. I'm over here. I'm campaigning on a Wednesday. But yeah, this is what I made. I haven't touched it up a little bit, but this is just a concept. So I'm going to bring the batch minter to a website. And this website is going to be educational. It's going to be driving sovereign ownership. And it's going to help you make as many xeNFT P.o.P Zen mints as you want to make. Or base chain or ETH and maybe other chains. But really, I'm staying inside of the garden of ETH. I don't want to have users from other gardens yet. Them niggas is retarded. And it's small right now. I don't need a bunch of motherfuckers from all over the place. I'm starting to really understand. I'm like, man, you invite everyone, and then it just gets dumber. It's like ETH. That is where the gigabrains live in Ethereum. They are not anywhere else. Everywhere else is a weird one. And yeah, that's why they're losing, because the gigabrains moved to Solana, bro. We're not building this type of bullshit anymore. This is just for fun. This isn't serious. Why would I build a social media on top of Ethereum? So people can get indexed? Fuck that. Full of duty. Hell no, dog. My bad. That's funny. But yeah, so like this is pretty cool. I guess I could show you how it works. It doesn't really matter. So what it does is like it's gonna be a way for you to use the command line to run the batch minter. Because like the thing about the batch minter is I had to wait a second to really get this to happen, because you need to do it through a command. It can't be through a UX yet, because the thing is, again, this is what's really weird about right now. People still don't know how to self-custody. Everybody moved into like the wallets, and they don't really know what it means to own the private key. You know what's funny about the private key? Like, I just went and bought some coffee, and I paid with my credit card or debit card or whatever. And then I got a little text message from Square, and it was like, oh, you got some reward points. And I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot I had, this card attached to my Square account. But then I really started to hit me. I was like, oh, man, it's my phone number. Like, my phone number is what's attached, which is even worse. That's like even worse, man. So it is kind of hilarious. We live in a world right now where you exist in the most Web 2 way possible, bro, with your phone number. 10 digits to get to you. All the 10 digits in the world. If I type those 10 in, I'm going to get to your ass. Like, that is your security. You're going to move to a private key. It's as simple as that. You can have so much on top of your private key and nobody could really know who you are, because it's just a PK. It's not a 10-digit phone number that's going to be everywhere in your Square app, in your Facebook app, in your YouTube app, in your Google app. Fuck, nigga. You live on the clear net. Let's just get over it. Until you move over to private key life, you live on the clear net. You're not private. That's why I'm like, man, we need X1 bad. We need identity bad. We need something that's driving that notion, because that's what they had in the beginning of Bitcoin and made it a phenomenon. The anonymity, the anonymous feeling. I can't say the word right now because I'm shuffling and whatnot. So you need to learn about PKs. You probably should tell people about it, and that's why I'm making this tool. mintzen.com. Right, this tool is going to be here to help people help people. That way they can mint Zen. We're going to start on Optimism and we'll move to other platforms afterwards. But Optimism is where the gas is the most stable. So it'd be the funnest. But the way that it works is you'll generate a private key. So I'm not going to use this, not at all. But this will always be new. And what this website does is it makes sure that when you close it, the private key is deleted from your local cache. So the only way that you can, like, again, this is reinforcing security to teach your bitch ass how to use your cryptocurrency. No one can get your private key unless you're live like me right now. Like, I'm live. I'm never going to use this. So whatever the fuck, you know, use it if you want. But in your real world, no one can get this situation unless you let them, unless you enabled a Trojan in your computer, or that's what I'm saying. Unless somebody already on your ass. All right, get a MacBook if you've someone on your ass, okay? But what happens is we're teaching you about private key ownership 101, right? You can say, I confirm, I've secured my private key. But if you hit connect wallet, it's going to ask you to sign a message. And it's going to say, hey, you've connected an unexpected wallet. We expected this wallet. So it's not going to let you use the app until you show you own the PK. You're going to have to start all over. And then it's going to delete the private key. And it's going to start over. So if we hit generate new key, right? This is a brand new private key. And then what you'll have to do is you'll have to copy the private key, go to your wallet. Oh, I guess you won't be able to see my wallet right now. Damn. Oh, well, you won't be able to see my wallet because I'm not sharing my screen. And that doesn't matter because this is a, you know, this is a whole thing. And maybe I'll make a private video for my friends, my members. All right. So what I basically just did was I took this private key and now I've put it into my wallet. So now I'm going to go up here and click connect wallet. And then I'm going to connect my wallet. So this is you see here, the same 243C. So I put this private key inside of my wallet. And now if I go and hit connect wallet, I can sign a message. And then this should pop up. Oh yeah, see, I'm still fixing this bug right here. Damn it, I forgot about this bug because I haven't played with it in 2 days. The next thing is I need to put the message in. So you sign the message, and then once you sign the message, like if we refresh, I should be able to drop in the PK right here. Oh, okay, not yet. Because you still need to sign the message to connect to the site. I'm going to make the message this week or whatever. But then once you sign the message, it'll enable you to use the site. And then as soon as you close the site, you'll have to have that private key to re-render the site to work again. Right. And this is what this whole concept is I'm trying to build on top of ownership because that's what Zen is. Zen is sovereign ownership. If you've never owned crypto, you should be minting the fuck out of Zen because this is your only opportunity. We don't know what the next sovereign piece of crypto looks like because we don't know what we're stealing next, right? We don't know what's next to steal, right? We don't really know. The energy one was pretty smart. Yeah, let's go ahead and plug what Satoshi did. He used CPU, and the CPU could be KPI'd by all of the things to get to it, right? Which was typically electricity and hardware cost. So you could say, hey, it took this much infrastructure to get to that processing unit. And that's what we haven't discovered again. That's why Bitcoin is so fucking important because it's driving that story. We're going to get a Satoshi movie and Brad Pitt is going to be Satoshi. How about that? That's probably what's going to happen. Let me close this dev environment. But yeah, this should be fun. And you'll be learning how to use the command line, because it's going to work just like that. So the reason why, again, I had to put your PK into the site is because it's the only way you can get to the core. Like, you can't get this low gas unless you're running a transaction that isn't coming from a wallet. And this is where the education just keeps flowing. Like, your wallet essentially sets up a parameter of UX gas, and it's hard to get below that parameter of UX gas, user experience gas. You're usually getting the normal. We know how to get to the slow on Zen. And that's kind of why, again, you have to trust your private key in a website. And the ownership goes further down that rabbit hole if you really need more, right? If you're like, oh, but why, right? It's like, damn, fool, how new to crypto are you? Like, make multiple wallets. Like, you're gonna have to anyways, because the thing about this is that you can only have around 3,000 to 4,000 xeNFTs in a wallet, and it takes like $3 to $4 to make like that many xeNFTs on Optimism, maybe $10 or some shit. So you'll be flying through wallets, and that's also going to kind of teach you that, like, you want to have an array of crypto wallets. You don't really want one wallet to represent you. You can actually make it where your private key has many wallets under one PK, but that's not what this is about. Okay, that's even more advanced ownership of your crypto experience when you start to realize how you can child addresses under a parent PK, right? Think of it like that, like, oh, mama PK, and then you can have all these addresses below. And that's kind of why, yeah, this is really hyper focused on getting you, again, into the mix. You see, and this is going to tell you everything. It's going to be like keeping track of your xeNFTs for you. Shout out to Fair Crypto for making the xeNFT. Needed something from Fair Crypto to keep the mind share going. People are, they're nervous to step out of frame. And that's why I was like, this has to keep going, with everything. So should be cool. There are many networks with no downtime. If the network goes offline, regardless of why, a network has issues to resolve. To not say looking at the network downtimes is surface level is gaslighting. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that every network with no downtime is perfect, but given Solana's level of centralization, reaching consensus shouldn't be an issue, just a symptom of the node operations keeping up. I can hear you on that. But that's why they come back within a few minutes. We're talking milliseconds on the hour right now on a discussion, Ash. But it isn't gaslighting because network downtime does not exist. If you're on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, it does not exist. If you're on some other networks, that's what I'm saying. I'm not on other networks. So for me, I speak from a grounded sense of awareness. Grounded sense of awareness. Bitcoin is $109. It's going up right now. Success, I'm more angry at this notion that people don't understand the back end of it. Networks should never go down, but it is what it is because it's compute and compute bottlenecks when we're on a hardware level. Solana is one of the only blockchains currently on a hardware level. Everything else is not. That's why people like Sui. That's why people like Aptos. They're on a hardware level. They just use different syntax, the move language, as their primary concepts to stay aligned with Facebook. So that's what I mean. It's all, it's still surface level because you when you dive deeper, like I'm saying, like Sui's keeping aligned with Facebook so that they can fucking get grants. It's like, what the hell is downtime in general? Because I'd rather have something that bottlenecks and dies than have something that's gonna organize. Everything's organized failure. Solana just fails. Everything's gonna fail. So it's like, why not it really fail? And I feel the server people who've worked in servers, right? That's who we're debating in that notion as crypto users. We're debating the server guy who goes, bro, what do you expect? Like, if you take a Ferrari and drive it at 200 miles per hour for 2 hours, what do you expect to happen to the engine? So it's like, yeah, that's facts. And that's why, again, like holding Solana hostage on downtime is surface level, right? It's a Ferrari literally going 250 miles per hour for hours. And we're just trying to keep it like that. And now we have X1 to keep that flywheel going. You cannot do that shit on EVM or Bitcoin at all. These are like Bentleys, I guess. We just look at them. Man, Bitcoin is soaring right now. Damn. Is anybody dumping their Zen? Shit. Probably not. Move fast, break stuff. But yeah, no, I'm not trying to hate on you, Ash. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to say you're surface level. I'll just say that's a surface level way of thinking. And you probably have a higher train of thought. So you should bring it to that plane and fuck these niggas up. Because that's where we at right now. We taking Ferraris. We going 250 miles per hour for as fast as we fucking can. Till that shit blows up. And that is like, whoa, okay. Maybe Trump coin and Millennial coin let us know, you know, how fast we can run because of the mind share. And that's what we don't have. There's another thing that people don't think about right now with like AI. Why AI is so important right now. AI needs more hallucinations. And the world is pretty NPC. It's hard to come across someone doing something different, especially when you get into a scenario of like minds, right? It's almost like like minds is more dominant trait than the solo game. Again, like everyone wants to be in a group nowadays. Back in the day when there was no internet, it was easy to see a rogue soldier. It's hard to see rogue soldiers now. Usually they're in packs, literally. It's the wildest thing, but it's just, I don't know. I think it's nature. But again, Zen is an anomaly in this scenario because it allows everyone to play the game by themselves. So you don't need to be in a pack and you can just watch the game play out. And X1 is in the same boat because now you can get a validator and you can build your credits essentially, right? Shout outs Al. We know who that is. She's in the community. She's a voice. So that's all you really need is a voice. Positive Zen world, positive credits. That's kind of how I'm thinking of it. And that's fair. Just because they get it and they understand it and they're telling everybody, yo, you should check this out before it becomes a cash grab. You know, I think this is what we need right now. I think this is what a lot of chains are missing right now. Right? Yeah, downtime is a funny thing. I'm still thinking about it. But like it's a funny one. Because it goes both ways, you know. Lights off, downtime, mental downtime, sleepy or not paying attention individuals. Like that happens here. There's some people who are still capturing blocks, but like the system is slowly slowing them down. It's kind of crazy. And yeah, that's like attention capture. Zen is trying to do that part where the nodes stay attentive, that they're not like, oh, I'm gonna leave my X1 node. Like they're still like on it. So it's kind of hard to explain. What's cracking early as Mudasaka? What's up, Samson? Yeah, no, I guess I'm kind of early because I usually show up at like 11, but I'm about to dash right now. I got to go into town, get my Solana badge for the conference tomorrow so we can hang out, see Zensu, talk to some peeps, talk to some people, see what is up, see where Solana mind is. But I mean, Solana, I understand Solana like to the T. I'm just ready to see some of the ideas, see how people are building, how they're trying to collaborate. Again, I could see Zen moving in and there be product like Zen product at Solana meetups because you can use Zen to get into X1, which is a partner with Sol Foundation. So yeah, I'm really excited to just kind of feel the vibe out and see how people are feeling over there. And again, it's where it's at. Like some people, this is what they know. Like they know is Solana. They've been pro Solana since 2018. They rode that bitch all the way down to $8. Right? Can't tell them nothing. So I'm ready to meet these people and test out and see how they going. What up, Savon? What's going on with Zen? Shit. All the foreigners are jumping out. That's how I think of it. But it's about to go up though. There's so many people that don't understand it. But you should, hey bro, I haven't told you yet because I need to tap in with you, bro. I gotta tap in with you. I've been fucking here, but not everywhere. And I need to get back to being everywhere. But yeah, you should definitely move into XEN. I'm officially going to say it. I think that XEN is going to outperform Ethereum because it fundamentally has it. It has what we're looking for. As someone who's as close to the kernel, as the fair launch figures itself out, XEN is exactly what I'm looking for. So that's probably what you're looking for. A cheap, affordable Zen that is obtainable with no inflation. That's the part. Is ETH Zen done? It's not that ETH Zen is done. It's that this is the part of the ETH Zen that's hurting ETH Zen. So we're almost in the buy range. Like I said, on ETH or on anything you want to buy it when the RSI is below the 40. So technically ETH Zen is still going through it because they don't actually have a discount. It's still technically people thinking, should I keep my ETH Zen? I don't really know if they want to. You know, one big shake and this thing is tumbling. And it's probably the last one though, because the next tumble down would definitely take us below the 40. And you can see the last time we went below the 40, we instantly came back up and tested this moving average, this 72. So again, I'm not a trader, but I do like indicators. So I keep an RSI on my shit with the 40 on it, 40 red line. And then I do 3 moving averages, the 21, the 72, and the 200. Because moving averages, if you don't know, is just simplistic. It's just days. So the 21 is essentially 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The 72 is essentially 2.5 months. And the 200 is almost a year. That's kind of how I think of it. And why I think the industry likes these numbers is because of that. It's almost a year. It's almost 3 months. It's almost a month. So it gives people a more clear indication of where the actual market is. And right now, as you can see, we've been riding on this 21 on XEN for a long time. So XEN has been counted out forever. And that's why it hung out on this 40 for as long as it could until it took a real dump, right? A real dump. Someone came and dumped all their Zen. Now, this is what can happen because of inflation. Due to inflation, people can just dump their Zen. What we're trying to do is, in my opinion, as a community, trying to figure out how to keep this person in the pool and not leave. But again, everyone is hyper focused on price. So these are the type of clients you're going to have in your pool. So I don't know. But what I do know is if it drops below the 40, buy that shit. And when we look at CBZen on the daily, you can see it just dropped below its 40. And it recovered instantly. This is on the daily. CBZen has been trying to get up out of this range, but there's a lot of sell pressure right here at 154 market cap because the attention dies. That's how I'm summarizing this. On CBZen, we always get into this part, this little range, and like if you look, everyone stops paying attention. Last time we all moved to OPZen on some natural shit. So I don't know, maybe this is the time for CBZen to go because it keeps making higher highs. See, this is a higher high, higher than the last low, and then these lows were all the same. This one, and this one matched. So that's a double bottom, higher high. Typically in trading, that's the most bullish setup you could have. A fucking double bottom, boom, boom, and then this higher high that did not reach that bottom. And it got oversold on the 40, which means that someone else should have dumped to give it the like, right here. Like you see right here, the hurrah, all the way down. Hurrah. See here, somebody tried that same shit above the 40 and it didn't really work. That's probably why they're not doing it over here. So I know for a fact, ETH or Zen in general on a trading aspect, it looks desirable to traders. They're just waiting on Jack Levin. But fuck that game. That game's gay. That game is gay as fuck. Fuck waiting on Jack Levin. That's stupid. That's why I'm like, oh, they're waiting on Jack Levin over here too on ETH Zen, which just think of it this way. If you have $100, you're going against people with thousands of dollars, thousands, 50, 75, $100,000. And they're battling it out left and right. That's why the volume is up, because ETH is ETH, and this will always be a coin on ETH. We can't discount that part, right? The thing is, they're going to keep it up in price because there's no reason to let it go. This is still a trading vehicle. They're still making Ethereum. Lows are being set, and it has nothing to do with people who are already in a trade like cycle. And that's why, again, I'm not worried about Ethereum because it has the momentum. It's just waiting on Jack. If Jack Levin came out with a fucking XNT burn papers right now, this would probably run to the fucking 200 and then sell off as people understand the burn records. Like, but like, yeah, like it would go just straight up here. Fucking $23 million market cap. I don't even know how much Zen is when it's at a $2,300 million, whatever the fuck. It's over here. So it'd be at 6 zeros and a 12. So it'll kill a zero. If like that's what I mean. It would kill a zero if Jack just said something. But again, I don't think that that's what Zen is for. Zen isn't here for Jack Levin to say something and then make a move, right? So when I'm looking at Zen right now, like especially right here, I'm looking for what I want. I thought CB Zen was what I wanted because of its discounted accessibility and the inflation. And I still like that. As a developer, I like the inflation because it's not putting pressure on the user. And that's what it's all about. We don't want the users to feel pressured because they won't use your product if they feel pressured. But maybe we're a little too early for that setup. So I'm gonna keep it real, guys. Maybe we are a little too early for the ideology that the user is here with us. Maybe they're not, because it's so tiny. And we can't bust past this $154,000 market cap. So there might be a possibility here that our class is too tiny over here. So I'm starting to be like, well, where is it? Because Zen is profound. It's different. It's never been seen before. Where is the damn? I'm here. And that's why OP Zen is really starting to like make a total amount of sense. Total amount of sense. Now, OP Zen has an opportunity here where somebody can release the bag. They started doing it yesterday with a little $5,000 sale. But yeah, I think you need more. And I don't think those people are selling. Now, OP Zen, the fascinating thing about it here, we're going to hit a refresh and I'm going to fucking disappear. CB Zen is going up. Jack needs to hurry the fuck up. But we can't wait on him. For real. Now, that's what I mean. CB Zen is going to go up because we're not going to wait on Jack. The thing is we're dealing with inflation, which kind of hurts the price until, again, we get a user that's here for the burn. So burn your Zen. Your Zen is a vote. I say condense it into burnzen.com. That's probably the best place to burn your Zen. But yeah, let me tell you this. So the staking is going up. It just busted 100 trillion. It was 99 yesterday. It's 100 trillion today. Supply is not lifted because there's not a lot of trillions coming out a day. So when you do this, 13% APY is the total amount that's coming out, or 14% APY is coming out in total from this 100 trillion. So that's like 14 billion or 14 trillion XEN a day coming from staking. 14 trillion. Right? The game has changed a lot over here. Most of the trillions are coming from the staking, but the people are rolling them back in. They're not selling them because they're staking. Right? The staker is the class. So I don't really think people are going to sell their OPs in, and that's why you're not going to see it go down and test the 40. This is the pump fake for the bears, or for the way, like if you're bearish on OPs in right now, they're about to pump fake your ass because the double bottom was right here. The doot before the they forked X burner. So I think OPs in is on an anomaly. It's on its own. It's doing RPG mode, and it's more than likely getting ready to test some people in the XEN world to see their loyalty. Like, are you going to stay loyal to your coin, or are you going to bleed yourself into optimism? Right? Because if optimism's really going to run, are you going to stay in an inflated PZEN land? Or why wouldn't you bring your PZEN to optimism? But again, that's what I mean. We're getting ready to see some real warrior shit. Like, can you hold your line and not sell your bag and move into the next crypto, the next XEN coin? Because it's all fair and you could do anything you want to do. Peace.